Oh, we're back. It's me and Sulk stream today. What's going on, man?
Good, man. I does not too much hanging out, staying busy, hanging out with the kids, the family, enjoying summer. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Florida summers are great. A lot of
Yes, they
water time
are.
activities.
You do water. You do water time activities.
Oh, we go out boating. I surf. We don't have a pool, but we would like to go to the pool. But we go to the beach probably 3 or 4 times a week.
Damn,
We're
man.
out there.
I and don't get me wrong. I love Florida weather. Absolutely fucking love it. So, too many people people bitch about it. Like, "Oh, it's so hot. Like, that's the point. Like, that's the whole fucking
Embrace
point.
it. You have to embrace it. You're gonna sweat.
You
You
do.
might not like it, but just you get a part of it and you adapt quickly. You adapt quickly.
That's the fucked up thing. You do adapt quickly. Like I used to be able to walk around, like 50 degrees outside, shorts, t-shirt. I didn't think it was cold. After you spend a couple years down Florida, 50 degrees, you're about to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very cold.
People wear
But
parkas and stuff. It's funny.
are you a typical Florida man?
Well,
Freedom
I
time?
actually grew up in the Sierra Nevadas near Lake Tahoe. So like I'm used to very cold. I grew up snowboarding and stuff. And then
Oh
I
shit.
came down here when me and my wife got married, and it's my new home. I love it
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Were you down in Florida for the vid?
Yes, yeah, I was. Yeah,
Thank
we moved
goodness.
here in 2018,
Yeah.
and just like a year later, I was like, it just popped off, right? And we did the lockdowns and the whole, it's crazy. It was crazy times.
It was. It was. But and that's a topic for another time. We were wanted to talk about like the state of men in America today, and I think we have a decent age gap between us, so I think we'll have interesting, possibly different, either similar or whatever points of views. But have you seen this dude that shoved that one journalist, that Savannah girl?
Shoved her. No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay. I'm gonna play this for everybody. Now this is the guy. This is the guy complaining that he is taking online hate for this, but next to him is what he actually fucking did. Right. So let's watch it.
You guys do get doxxed, but I don't know if you guys are getting the same type of stuff that we're getting. And it's
Here he comes.
nonstop. It's hundreds of phone calls a day. It's text messages and them trying to get into all of our social media accounts and contacting our friends, our
There he
neighbors,
is.
our family, the rest of our families.
And then here he is complaining about people being pissed at him.
How did this entire situation start? I know you sent me this video and I did glaze over it, but it was just a anti-ICE program. Is it something against ICE?
I think it's either ICE or yeah, I guess anti-ICE protest. He's the leftist protester, right? So, Tubby thought here's what I don't get. I don't understand how he fucking walked away. Like, because I was raised like if it's one thing for the girls that were swinging, that's one thing, right? But this man walked up to a woman and shoved her down from behind and then like towered over her. I would have beat the fuck out of him. Like I'm talking like police have to come and get me off his ass, beat the fuck out of him.
Well, Alan, it's a new age, man. Equal fights, equal rights, equal fights. That's how it is. I guess.
Not to me, man. I would have beat the shit out of that dude. Like I don't.
Yeah.
That's something I will not accept. Like I just ever. I mean, like I'll go to jail.
Do you really think there's a lot of chivalrous men at an anti-ICE protest?
No, I don't. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Chivalry is dead, and they fucking killed it. But it leads to like such social problems. Like it truly does. Because like this guy, like first of all, does he do that to his wife when she pisses him off? Like now I'm sitting here wondering, like, is this a battered woman sitting in front of us? Like, and I hate to like I don't like accusing people of shit like that because that's a stigma that you can't take off. But it's apparently not that much of a fucking stigma anymore. This guy feels so confident that he is like upset. They took out a fucking GoFundMe thing because he lost his job. Like, I mean, they immediately started calling his place of work, and
that's how it works these days. I mean, you get doxxed, you get fired, and I believe in the entire justice system, but like the court of public opinion has gotten too strong these days. It really has. it doesn't matter if you're found innocent or guilty in a court of law. If the internet decides that you are guilty, they can ruin your life just as well as prison time.
Well, they also, I mean, it doesn't even matter what it's over. Me and you were talking about the vid earlier, and like I mean, I shit you not, when COVID happened, I got thousands of death threats. Like, and I'm talking thousands, like in the first year, you know, and like they tried to hack every single one of my social media accounts. I had a second YouTube channel that had like 100,000 subscribers on it, mass reported and taken down, like, you know, like no appeal at all, right? Like shit like that. So it's, you know, and I don't think that it's right that like that shit happens, but you know, the thing is, this is all optional too. Like I've it happened to me because I spoke up, but I could have just kept my mouth shut. I wouldn't have been able to live with myself, of course, but I could have just kept my mouth shut, you know. But I didn't put my hands on nobody, nothing like that. This man hit a fucking woman, you know. Like, so again, I agree with you though. The court of public opinions is way too strong, and it does seem to happen in certain, like just in certain circumstances, though. You know what I mean? Like the court of public opinion doesn't affect politicians, you know, at all, at all. It doesn't affect politicians. It doesn't affect, like, Tom Hanks. We know Tom Hanks has been was on the fucking island. You know what I mean? Motherfucker's still getting movie roles. You know?
Oh yeah, Kevin Spacey. I mean, he's still out there working. All those Hollywood dirtbags they're insulated from any sort of real consequences of the things they do for the most part. There's people like the guy from That 70s Show, Hyde. Do you know who I'm talking about? He's in jail.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he got Me Too, and he's in jail for like 30 something years. Very serious. So they whisked him away. But go ahead.
He actually like he got convicted of raping a few women, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then I remember Kushner and his wife wrote letters in defense of him. Like,
yes. Mila
people?
Kunis and I forget his name.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, thank you. Yeah, they actually caught a lot of heat for doing that too. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like here's my thought. Like, if say like one of your friends, say one of your friends smacked his wife in front of you, are you still his friend?
Well, no, but my friends wouldn't do that.
Exactly. That's it. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like I would never stay friends with somebody that would hit their wife ever, ever. But the problem is, not everybody's like that. You know, like I think again, we talked about the difference in age we have. It used to be like if a man hit his wife, the guys in the neighborhood kind of fucking beat the snot out of him, you know, or the brother, the husband, and you know, or the brother, the father, somebody like that beat the shit out of the dude, you know, and there would be next to no consequences for the person that stuck up for the woman that got slapped, you know. And now it's like, well, you know, people do the equal rights thing, and I understand that, but like, if even if a woman is hitting you, are you going to die, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, does she have a knife? Like, can you walk away? Type thing, right? But I just wonder, like, if it can be saved. You know, like you're a loyal family man, loves hanging out with his kids. Every time the first thing he says whenever we say hi before the show is how he's hanging out with his kids. Like every single time you've done that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's such a fucking rarity amongst people your age. Like it's so fucking rare, right? Can it be saved? Like what is the quality of like men and women going to be that your children are going to grow up with?
That's a tough question. I have a positive outlook. Look, I know my channel's called the Sulk stream and stuff like that, but oddly enough, I have a very optimistic outlook on society in general and where we're going. Yes, things are bad now, and I think things are going to get in the short term worse, right? To a pretty severe level. Are you aware of like the Fourth Turning, Strauss and Howe's book from 1997?
No.
Well, look into that. It's a very interesting book. They describe how society has these four turnings, right? There's the rise of society, the springtime, Then there's the summer, and then the fall, and then the winter. We're currently in the winter of society, and you see things like economic breakdowns, wars all over the place, and this is the birth pangs of a new society, new civilization, kind of that's rising out of it. It happened during the Revolutionary War, the Industrial Revolution, World War II. Every 80 years or so, this kind of thing happens, and so we're at the crux or the crescendo of the last one, the last phase before we move on to a new system, a new financial system, a new social system, which this is a part of, right? The way people act today, it's not going to be the same. It'll change slowly, but there is going to be a catalyzing event, usually a war.
Well, I mean, but we're always at war. Like,
yes, but I mean
a
real major war.
See, I think America is fairly shielded from that, though. That's the problem. That's part of the problem, right? Like, it's wild to me to watch people like talk about how they should, like, other people shouldn't own guns, when that's the reason why we're safe. Like, and it's just logic. Have you ever heard about, like, you can go onto social media and you can see foreigners talk about, like, what it would be like to invade America. And this is no shit. One of the reasons why we all have guns, we're supposed to all have guns. Frankly, I personally think that the only gun control should be to make sure that every adult American owns a firearm and has safety training in it. Like, I think that's how it should be, right?
I have guns.
Because, I believe in open carry everywhere, like fucking everywhere, right?
Absolutely.
Because if it's open carry everywhere, the concept of mass shootings is very low. I know that sounds, people don't understand that, but it's very, very low. Mass shooters pick out soft targets. They pick out targets where they know people aren't going to be armed, right? And if everybody's armed,
what about the gun-free zones, though? I mean, they're not allowed to bring their guns in there,
so they don't. Yeah, right.
So
they don't.
Dumb.
It's so moronic. And I've always been like, and we can solve this shit quick, like the school shootings. Hire veterans to be the bus drivers. Let them be armed. Let the veterans, then they don't go home. They stand guard at the security office. They stand guard at all the entrances of the school, and they're armed. They're veterans. First, it provides veteran jobs. Win-win. Secondly, it provides them a purpose. That's a big win for a lot of veterans. They're protecting children. And third, it's going to stop a lot of fucking school shootings. You know, it's not like we don't have plenty of veterans that could use a job, you know?
You understand how many people would have absolute conviction, like just it would blow their minds that guns are on school, even though there are guns in the SRO officers, school resource officers all have guns and stuff like that. But it's funny because back in the 50s, kids used to bring their guns to school for shooting practice.
Dude, I did.
You did.
I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, and in the 80s, I would go hunting. I would go rabbit hunting before I would go to school, you know? And like my shotgun was always in the trunk of my car. Like always.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Always. Now the FBI would get called. I remember one time I was getting my gym bag out of the trunk of my car, and I had my shotgun right there, and my teacher parks next to me, and he's like, "Did you get anything this morning?" I was like, "Nah, I didn't get anything this morning." Like, it was nothing to him. He had his in his car. You know, like it's weird how a lot of shit that when I was a teenager, I thought was fixed, like racism. Like, we could make fun of each other. We realized we were individuals. Like, we made, like, jokes and funny things are the stereotypes of things. You know what I mean? Like, that's why fat jokes and bald jokes will always be funny, because they're based in truth. Like, all bald jokes are funny. I laugh at every single fucking one of them. All fat jokes, and I used to be fat, I laugh at every single fucking one of them. They're all based in truth, you know? And it's like we lost the ability to stay calm about shit almost. Like
well, you know, really the issue is like anti-bullying campaigns. Bullies have a social job, right? They're trying they're hammering down the nail that doesn't fit. There's a reason that they exist in society, and they arise naturally, but there was such a pushback after like Columbine and stuff like that. And I went to high school after Columbine, so I high school was different, I assume, than it was pre-Columbine. We didn't have lockers and stuff like that, and like security was much tighter. But I think having the campaign against bullying kind of backfired.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like, because what actually is bullying? Like, they've reduced bullying to any type of social interaction that the person finds unpleasant.
Mhm.
You know, it's like people talk about, you know, fat people getting bullied. Calling you fat's just a statement. Like, it's not shaming, it's not bullying. Frankly, if you're not ashamed of it, you won't feel shame. Like, people, when people try to come at me with the bald jokes, I think they're funny, and I'm not ashamed of being bald. It's not like I could have stopped it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I had a fucking say. So I'm not ashamed of it. Why? I didn't do anything to fucking earn it. It just fucking happened. So why the fuck would I be fucking ashamed of it? Like, people are ashamed of being fat. They just don't want to have to face it. People are ashamed of being weak. People are ashamed of certain things. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, shaming somebody for having one leg, like trying to make fun of them, that's fucked up, right? But I still agree with you that it serves a purpose, because then there should be somebody that stands up for that person, or that person learns to stand up for themselves. You know, like, it's an important, like, passage to stand up to a bully. You know, like, I always remember, like, I taught my son, like, don't ever start a fight, but you better fucking finish them. That's been the rule in the males in my family for like generations. I remember my dad saying, like, don't you ever throw the first punch, but you better throw the fucking last one. You know?
Yeah. And that video surprised me because she wasn't hitting him or anything like that. She wasn't instigating any sort of confrontation with that guy, but he just comes and shoves her from the back, which is like, that's dirty. I wouldn't do that to a man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to a man. I don't know.
I like it. I like it squared up. So.
I don't understand the actual context behind it, but I don't know what context could be there to actually justify something like that.
So, say your kids grow up and they say, "Dad, I'm going to be a passport bro." What are you going to say to them?
I feel like the fuck you are.
So, we started talking about it last week for those of you that are watching, but there's a group of guys that literally identify themselves as passport bros. And these are guys that have gotten sick of trying to find women in America. And they just want to find a woman that will pay 50-50 on the tab, like do all the houseworks, and still, basically worship them, right? Oddly enough, it's mostly fucking pathetic looking dudes. But I thought we could take a venture down into this. This one passport bro, and I got him right here. This is his pitch. This is his business and his pitch, right?
It's not going to change. Take matters into your own hands and book a trip with me. We have rebooking specials. This is the update because some things have changed. We have Rio, Brazil. 2 guys had to rebook to later in the year. We have 2 spots at $2,600 each. That's May the 20th through May the 27th. Flight, premium Airbnb, security, concierge, translator, the beach, Copacabana. It's going to be insane. Beautiful women all over the place. Parties. It's going to be incredible. Next, we have Bangkok and Pattaya, Thailand at the same time. That's June the 7th through June the 16th. We have one guy that needed to rebook. He's going in October. So we have one spot. It's usually $4,500 because it's being rebooked. It's $600 less at $3,900. Flight, premium Airbnb, security, concierge, translator, a Zuri lounge party. We're going to have a great time with my friend Zuri Aki at his new lounge. It's going to be great. Next, we have Cali, Colombia. This is not a rebook, but this trip is for the guys that like beautiful black women with 4C hair, great personalities.
He's like got a menu.
So this is a prostitution tour.
Yes,
is a prostitution.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And basically, what they're trying to do is they try to go find either women or wives or whatever, right?
I mean, in Thailand, women would be. It's gonna. You never know. Down there.
You got to check under the hood there.
Yeah, you got to check under the hood. I've been to Thailand. It's a beautiful place, though.
I hear it is. My cousin lived there for a while. I've never been.
Oh,
but cool. I just wonder, like, how did we get here, right? And I will say this: the quality of women and men in that age bracket for those people is not great. Like, very selfish, self-centered people. Like, the guy, you could tell the guy who doesn't work out, low muscle mass, fucking man titties and a belly, like. this guy somehow thinks I literally watched one of them and I couldn't download it, but I watched one of them. This guy was talking about how he only dates 10s. When I tell you this dude would have been shoved in a locker daily when I was in high school, I really fucking mean it. Like, for some reason, we have allowed people to elevate their own stature somehow to the point where they feel that they deserve so much without putting in any effort, right?
Well, the same on the women's side, right? Every Tinder girl wants the 666s, 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet tall. And they're sitting there looking like a gigantic land whale, 240 pounds with like 3 or 4 kids from different dudes. And they want the best. They want the best. Obviously, they compromised in the past, but now they expect that they need the best. There's also an issue with the uglification of not just women, although women are pretty bad, but people in general.
Yeah.
People have gotten uglier.
Mhm.
Have you seen pictures from like the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that? I feel like
Yeah, that's when I grew up.
Yeah,
That's when I
yeah,
grew up.
you were there.
Yeah, that's when I grew up. Like, that's the thing back then. And this is no shit. We still had shirts and skins. That's in gym class. Like, you know, half the guys would take off their shirts. You're the skins, and other people were in shirts. That's how you told what team you were on when we played actual tackle football without pads in high school. You know what I mean? Like, and almost everybody had abs. Like, literally, like, if you didn't, you were the fat kid. And I'm talking like the fat kid, like what we considered fat then is considered pretty in shape nowadays. And that's kind of fucking sad. But almost everybody had a 6-pack, if not a 4-pack. You know what I mean? Like, it's just because we ate real food, even in our cafeterias for school, and we're active all the fucking time. Like, I probably put fucking thousands of miles on my 10-speed every summer. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how I got around before I could drive. You know, and even after I could drive, I still wanted to save on gas money, so I'd ride my bike all the fucking place. You know, and now they just are, and they revel in being ugly. Now they like revel in it.
That's the thing. It's not just about health, although the health in the country is taking a huge nosedive. It's crazy, but it's like the fucking nose ring. It's the face tattoos. It's these really gaudy, put together things that women say, like, I don't care if I'm attractive to men. Like, really, you don't at all?
You know, it's
not?
And it's also one thing for people to have unrealistic standards, but to just not give a shit about being like about it. You know what I mean? Like, a huge argument nowadays that's even it's wild that it's even entertained is the whole, you know, why aren't you giving me a second seat because I'm fat on a plane for free? Like, have you seen that shit?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How did we fucking get there? Like,
entitlement.
As newsflash, they shouldn't be allowed to fly at that size. It's dangerous for them and for everybody else. The airplane seats are only safety tested to 170 pounds. Like, each of those seats. So if you have a 400, if you have a 400-pound person sitting in a seat in front of you and you hit hard turbulence, that shit could collapse on you. Like, for real. Not to mention, whenever you're in compressed tube, there is so many more chances for, you know, cardiac events, strokes, and fat people are already very susceptible to what's called a DVT, a deep vein thrombosis. And like, it basically throws a clot, they die, right? So you're 400 pounds and you fucking have a stroke on a fucking airplane. Guess what? You're dead. They're not going to be able to get you off that motherfucker. Like, I mean,
in time, at least.
Yeah, in time. It just, but if you have to evacuate the plane and a 400-pounder gets up in front of you because you think they're going to wait for you to go first, like somebody so entitled they believe that they should be on an airplane at 400 fucking pounds, like, they're going to try to get in front of you. You're going to burn to death. You know, the arguments are so insane, and it's not even to try to be discriminatory against anybody, because that's not discrimination. If it is, you discriminate against yourself. You are the one that ate yourself out of being able to fly, you know? And they're just, instead of being like, wow, this is fucked up. When you reach the point where you need a fucking seatbelt extender, you've been on a plane, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you stretch that motherfucker out, there's like a foot of space between my stomach and the end of the fucking thing, right? We've reached a stage where people will destroy themselves, revel in it, call themselves gorgeous, and then expect to be catered to, men and women. It's fucking wild, bro. Like, I mean, I have no idea. Like, I mean, I do have an idea. What I think it's basically social engineering by the people that want to keep us fat, sick, weak, and dependent. But it also, I have no idea how we're going to recover from it. Like, none.
Well, that's look. I think there's going to be a war. I really do. I think there's going to be a gigantic war, and it's just going to reset the entire civilization. All these people, they're going to be cleared out. All the super fat, all these weekends are probably going to be cleared out, right? Because not through necessarily just war, but maybe starvation or something like that. How do we reset it? It'll reset. I'm very optimistic, or I'm damn near sure that it's going to reset. Society is not going to fall by the wayside in one generation just because people have lost their fucking minds. You know, when the Roman Empire was falling, a lot of people lost their minds because they were using lead in their pipes, and they had large lead exposure, and they were losing their minds, right? So for them, it probably seemed like the end of the world, but the world does go on.
Yeah, I mean, I just think we need to watch what the world could continue to. Because I mean, that's one of the reasons why me and you wanted to start talking is because we can talk about the stuff that like I think people don't think about. So I don't think people realize how easily the federal government could just say too fucking bad. The Constitution doesn't exist. What are you going to do? Like they're in control of so much shit. They could easily just be like, fuck you. Like they could just stand up at any given time and say, fuck you. There'd be almost nothing we can do about it. Now we've got the largest armed population in the fucking world. Like clearly,
That's the key.
But it's not the key because a good 50 to 60% of the population are slaves already. And that enslaves everybody, right? Because they will be the first ones to stand up against us. Think about this. 60% of the population is on at least one daily medication. First of all, a lot of that is SSRIs. And they could fuck with people just by changing the dose and not telling people in those fucking pills. Like, I swear I thought they did that during COVID. At the beginning of COVID, I was like, people are losing their fucking minds so easy. Like, what the fuck? And they could easily just all of a sudden give everybody a month of placebos. And that type of withdrawal would cause people to go fucking nuts. They really would. But the federal government could just say no more prescription drugs. In 2 months, they could wipe out tens of millions of people, like tens of fucking millions of people. If China wanted to make it so we couldn't get any of the raw materials for drugs and totally embargo, we'd be very fucked up. And there's always the factor that they could just shut off the power grid to the eastern United States or the western United States. Like, if it's shut up for 3 weeks, the whole power grid, I mean, the country's over.
Millions would die. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, tens of millions. Because that is people that can't get their medications. That's people that are already in hospitals. That's people that don't know how to purify food. If the power goes out, the sewage plants stop working. Sewage backs up into the fucking water, into the water reservoirs, and people fucking start getting fucking dysentery and stuff like that almost immediately. You know?
Well, here's another thing. People are isolated.
Yeah.
We live in this isolated society where, like, we don't have the third place. You're aware of the concept of the third place, right? Like, you'd have work, home, and then like a bar or bowling alley or somewhere to socialize and congregate, right? Well, we don't really have that anymore. Right. People go and sit on their computers. They play video games. They watch a streamer, which I'm not against. Watch me, the Incredible Sulk. I'm a streamer.
Watch us.
Yeah. But they don't have this community tie that when shit actually hits the fan is the best survival tool you can use, right? It's not cans of beans. It's not weapons, although weapons and cans of beans are very helpful. Don't get me wrong, but community is always going to be your most reliable survival tool.
Yeah. The only way you don't need community is if you are completely self-sufficient when it happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're already growing.
People are that
very few.
Yeah.
Not only are very few people doing that already, but extremely few people have the capability of doing it. Like, I don't know if you can, but I could build a water purifier pretty quickly. You know, like and feel pretty safe about my water. You know, it would be a day, like a half a day's worth of work, and I'm good. Right. I know how to collect water from basically from anywhere. I can hunt, I can fish, I can trap, I can build shelter, I can build fire, I can friction fire, and I've got 25 other methods, right? But the only thing I'm not doing is raising my own meat right now. But I happen to own a few pew-pews, and I'm not concerned about getting meat at any given time. I also know how to butcher down everything from the only thing I haven't butchered is a gator, and I'm not hunting fucking gator.
I wish you would. They're a nuisance. They're everywhere around here.
They are everywhere, but I'm not hunting them. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
That's why I wouldn't go shark fishing neither. Fuck that.
Yeah. Luckily around here, fishing's real big, and I could walk 10 feet and go fishing in my backyard.
Right.
And then I could dig a well in my front yard and hit water in a day. It wouldn't be that difficult.
Right.
I mean,
right. But most people wouldn't even know to do that. Is what I'm saying. Like, like, I mean, people that actually think about it, we understand. But most people don't know to do that. Most people are concerned. Like, imagine, like, people would fucking start the suicides that would be committed if people thought the power wasn't coming back on after 2 weeks. It would be hundreds of thousands of suicides.
Dude, you know what's really sad is when COVID came ripping through, all the people that killed themselves because of COVID. Because of COVID, they're all like, well, I had a good run. A lot of the elderly, I had a good run. I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. This is a good time. And it's just, it was not a big deal. They made it into a big deal, right? I mean, I got COVID once. I got it once. I wasn't that sick. It seemed like a normal flu to me, but people out there saying society is over and then their lives are over. It's just, they had this group hysteria, right? And that was the real pandemic, was the hysteria that ripped through the country, the world.
Well, we still have that, and that never left. They basically turned on people's fight or flight reflex, and it hasn't turned off. I mean, for a lot of these people, like look at how, and whether you're like people are a Trump fan or not a Trump fan, look at the fucking hatred and like people make up shit in their head about this motherfucker. And don't get me wrong, I don't think he's a good person either. Like, I mean, he's a billionaire. Most billionaires are not good people. Fucking let's be real. But also, he's a politician, and politicians fucking lie. Like they lie. But he doesn't lie any more than any others. Like, it's wild that the people that love Barack Obama hate Donald Trump, when Barack Obama is objectively a horrible fucking person and was for the country. Like, Barack Obama made it legal for fucking the news to lie to us. Like, he set up a lot of this bullshit. Barack Obama also fucking, started instituting the fact that they're allowed to fucking experiment on us. Like, the federal government is allowed to experiment on the people. I mean, legally.
Like, in what way? Like,
in any fucking way.
In any way?
as long as they do not have it be a risk factor larger than what you would accept on a daily basis, which, by the way, that includes death, because you accept the risk of getting in your car and being killed in a car accident. Like, I wrote a post about it. Let me put it up.
Yikes.
They can legally fucking experiment on us, and they can legally lie to us. They can legally experiment on us. Like, he's a horrible fucking person. Like, all these politicians, like, we have the Patriot Act. Like, people, I'm sorry, but the Patriot Act is completely unconstitutional. And both the left and the right all signed on that motherfucker. But yet people will Trump said this, that, and the other thing. And if you support him, you're a Nazi. I can guarantee you I'm not a Nazi. And I don't really support Trump. I voted for Trump because I'm not going to vote for fucking somebody that's basically saying we're going to give hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine and we're going to take your guns away. Like, if you're campaigning on gun control, I'm voting against you. Like, just so I know my word can be, like, my say can be said, even though I don't think voting matters at all anymore.
Yeah, I don't vote. I don't vote.
It really doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters, and I don't really want to waste my time with voting. So, but yeah, I mean, they're all liars. They're two wings on the same bird. They're working for the same people. They're working for the same institutions. And it's weird because every time we change presidents or something, like, even when Obama was elected, there was like ad campaigns of change, right? Posters of him like, oh, there's going to be change. And there's not. There's maybe subtle social changes, right? Gay people getting married, trans agenda, that kind of
And
stuff.
the gay people getting married, which by the way, I don't know why anybody had like, if you don't have to marry them, but that he was almost forced into that towards the end. Like everybody acts like he's like, oh, he did so much for gay rights. He was literally forced to. Like I mean, before that, they were all completely against it. But they just read the room, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but my point is that real social change, it never happens.
No,
It never happens. The core tenets of society don't get changed, and that's where the problem lies, right? The Federal Reserve and the tax system, the property tax, these kind of things that need to be changed, really honestly need to be changed. Gay marriage and stuff, and all that other, it's just it's just a smoke screen.
It's fuel. It's fuel for argument. I mean,
Exactly.
it's fuel for argument.
Exactly.
So here's one thing Obama did change. Under Section 3024 of the 21st Century Cures Act, the FDA can allow medical experiments on American citizens without their informed consent. The law lets an institutional review board waive the normal consent requirements if they decide the study is no more than minimal risk. Minimal risk means the risks are no greater than what already faced in daily life or routine exams and tests. If the added risk is no higher than what you accept every day by driving, going out in public, social engagements, or routine doctor visits, they don't have to tell you to get your permission. Everyday life includes the chances of death from car accidents, infections, and accidents. And by the way, for your doctor visit, the healthcare industry is the third leading cause of death in the United fucking States, medical error. So
I'm aware of that. Yes.
So that means that they have decided, Barack Obama, and it has continued on in the Cures Act, that they do not need to tell you if they are experimenting on you, i.e. dropping, ticks with Lyme disease on you, i.e. like fucking fluoridization of your fucking water, like shit like that. Like they can just do this shit. They don't need to inform us. They have taken that right away from us. And nobody really even knows about it. I posted about it the other day and people are like, oh, come on, that's not real. Look it the fuck up. Like it is like literally it is part of our government. It's the Cures Act. And that's where I think that we get to this. They'll give us change when the change can be argued about, right? But when it is beneficial for them to stay in power, notice how they will all fall into fucking line. Like recently they had a vote on releasing the names of people that have spent our taxpayer dollars to pay off sexual harassment suits while they were in Congress, right? It was almost like 80% of everybody left and right voted to not release that shit to us. Like
shocking. It's shocking. I'm really, really. Now I have a question about the risk that you have in an everyday life. Who specifically are we talking about? Are we talking about a homosexual in like San Francisco that leads a higher risk lifestyle? Are we talking about a base jumper that jumps off of buildings and stuff like that? Or like some granny that sits at home and knits?
That's up to them.
That's up to them. So it's not like on a case-by-case basis. We've all determined that you are living dangerous lifestyles. And so we're just going to go ahead and see what we can find out from that.
It's up to, I mean,
that is wild.
When you consider it includes daily commute, and that is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. Is car accidents, and injury. Like that's the thing. What if they don't kill you? What if they just injure the fuck out of you? Well, it was something we accept all the time. That's where it's like fucked up. Like, I mean, people don't want to see it, right? Like I have this thing where the American people, we're not the problem. The only reason why we're the problem is a lot of us are super fucking stupid, and it's painful to be smart in a stupid world. I'm sure you understand what I just said there. Like, it is like painful how stupid some of these fucking people are. How easily, like, I have this. One of my catchphrases is "get there faster." Like, please, fucking get there faster. Like, try to apply critical thinking, logic, and knowledge to this one factor. Like, and it can be said about anything. Like, do you think that people that make trillions of dollars off you being sick are going to try to fucking cure you? Like,
I mean, like the cancer industry is $1 trillion industry.
Easy.
Right.
Easily.
And I I really do find it hard to believe that they're still using the same medications they were in the 70s, chemotherapy and like radiation therapy and stuff like that. When we've made so much progress in GLP-1s, and we have heart surgeries, and we can do amazing things, but just can't crack that $1 trillion industry.
Weird, right?
Weird.
Weird.
Very strange.
And it's like
Very
this.
strange.
They've somehow convinced a lot of people that it's totally normal. It is an eating disorder to not eat ultra processed foods. Like you have some sort of eating disorder to try to not to eat crap, right? And they've also normalized, and this is you probably don't even realize this, but when I was younger, if you were put on a psych med, people were like, "Oh shit, something's really wrong with this person."
Mhm.
You know, now everybody's talking like, "Yeah, I took this today, that today, like I'm on this." Like, it's not normal for people to be this depressed. Like I honestly believe they convince people that they're depressed, and then they put them on shit to depress them more, because every SSRI comes with a warning pack for anxiety and suicidal ideation. But when you think about how they want us fat, sick, and weak, it's very clear that they want us fat, sick, and weak, because then we're controllable. You're talking about the cancer industry, right? There is a fiduciary responsibility. The companies that create cancer drugs, cancer treatment drugs, they have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders to not create a cure.
Mhm.
It's like illegally, like they cannot legal, like if the board of directors legally invested in a cancer cure, and all of a sudden they cured cancer and they lost $1 trillion, they could go to fucking jail, because the shareholders would say you did not hold up your fiduciary responsibility by making us the most money possible, because that is their responsibility. When you're sitting on the board of directors of anything, your responsibility is not to the climate. It's not to social fucking blah, blah, blah bullshit. It's not to any of that shit. Your responsibility is to make the most fucking money. That's how they got Target and all them to fucking drop all that fucking trans shit. Because like they basically were like, we'll just sue you for the fucking shares that you're fucking costing us. Because people are boycotting the stores because they don't want this. So stop that shit. And that's why they fucking stopped it.
Well, that's how you cause change, right? I mean, you vote with your dollars. Every dollar is a vote, right?
Right.
But I mean, they trick people.
Absolutely.
The thing with the medications and stuff, they're normalizing it, right? Just like they're trying to normalize being fat. It's this, they normalize being fat. They normalize being depressed, being schizophrenic. I know people can't control schizophrenia or anything like that, but they soften this up, make it more socially acceptable. So everyone's like, yeah, I have that. I got one of these.
Yeah.
I'll take some pills.
Yeah.
If they make my life better, I'll take some pills. It'll make things easier.
Yep.
Bumping up that bottom line. They're cash cows. Absolutely just printing money.
Yeah, absolutely. The fatter America gets, the more money that the food companies and the pharmaceutical companies make. It's not even an argument.
And then
like
the GDP goes up, and that's supposed to be some metric of success in a country.
Well, they've convinced people that somehow it is. Like, look at fucking Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi's talking. People were upset because you're not releasing a list of known fucking pedophiles that are in our government and shit like that.
We're not getting that list. We're never getting that list. No.
And her response was, the Dow's over 50,000. So the rich pedophiles are making more money. That's basically what she said.
Did she high five herself? And she was like, hell yeah, got him. Got him.
So you're basically saying that the rich pedophiles get to make more money. That's what that boils down to. It's insane, right? Like totally insane. When she said that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So you're saying you're not releasing a list and they're all getting richer? Look, because that's who is on that. That's who makes the most money up there. Yes, it's people's 401ks. But if you think 401ks and all that shit make up any fucking like serious marker of the fucking of the Dow, you're kidding yourself. Like absolutely full on fucking
buy houses. People can barely afford groceries. Gas keeps going up. But hey, look at the Dow. Look at that number. Look at that number over there.
Yep. I mean,
Shut up.
It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion.
Shut up, dude. It is an illusion. It is
Mhm.
all. I feel like, they infantilize the public so much.
Oh my God.
Right? I feel like they're magicians being like, look over here, and I'm gonna fuck you over here with this, right
Yeah.
over here. You're not looking at this over here. And if anybody notices it, we're gonna call them a conspiracy theorist and a wacko and shit like that, and just discredit them as much as possible. And it works so well.
Yep. It works
Oh my
every fucking
God.
time. So at the beginning of COVID, there was a guy, his name's Dr. John Ioannidis, right? I don't know if you've ever heard it before. He was the most cited public health scientist in the world, like ever in the history of the world. And he works for Stanford, and he is basically the authority on the planet on public health and how to handle pandemics, how to handle outbreaks and everything like that. So in March, he's like, hey, we need to calm down because we're going off of a case rate fatality, and it's an upper respiratory virus. So the chances of, there being 10, even 20 times the number of people that have already gotten over it and never even realized it is very high. So the infection fatality rate is probably much, much lower, likely in line with the seasonal flu. That's what he said. And he did what's called a seroprevalence study on it, which means he took the antibodies from certain areas and then figured out what the actual infection fatality rate. And it worked out where it's like under the age of 70, it's 0.05, which is very low. And overall, it's just a little hot. It's like a very bad seasonal flu, like a 0.23, right? They tried to end his career. Like they basically started calling him a quack and stuff like that. Yes, the most cited scientist in history in public health is now a fucking quack.
Can I ask you a question? What was the fatality rate of the seasonal flu that year?
Oh, 0.
Weird.
Very weird. Very weird, right?
What a coincidence.
Now the thing is, I do believe that there was a combination of I think there was a new pathogen. I honestly believe that. Okay. And I believe that they released it on purpose. It's man-made, created. I just don't think it was like, I almost think that they thought it was going to be more brutal, because you could tell they were ready. Like they were ready for it to be this fucking world killer and everybody be terrified. And then they had to start scaring people because they realized people weren't going to fucking buy it. Right. And then they like the hotlines to turn your fucking your neighbors in for having their fucking, all their grandkids at their house for fucking Thanksgiving, shit like that. Like it was basically a checklist test for them. I don't think that they thought that they could take it over. At first, they were talking like when Trudeau started talking about like, we have an opportunity to rewrite society. Like I remember that speech. I was in like fucking March or April. He's like, it's an opportunity for us to rewrite how society works. And I was like, oh, they're going for it. Like I even told my wife, they are going for it. Like these fucking elites they're going for it, right?
Some of them just don't have a talent for subtlety either.
No.
It's just like, we know what you're trying to do. And some of them are smarter than others, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Trudeau's one of the smarter ones at all. So I think he's just like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yep.
I have no idea how fucking Trudeau stayed in office for so long besides cheating.
Have you heard the theory about that? He's Fidel Castro's son.
He looks like Fidel Castro's son.
He does look like Fidel Castro. And his mom used to
Fidel.
hang out with Fidel a lot.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like it. I would believe it. Like
yeah. Have you seen pictures of Peter Trudeau?
No.
He looks nothing like him.
No,
nothing like him.
That's weird. That's weird.
That's
definitely weird.
It's weird. Yeah, it's.
But it also goes to like, if you look at it, and including Trump. Now you can include Trump, right? But if you look at it, there is a picture of Bush Sr., Bush Jr., the Clintons, Obama, and Trump, right? Those 5 fucking people and those families have run the fucking country for decades now, like since the fucking 60s. Because if you even really look back, Bush Sr. was the head of the CIA, and the CIA in the 60s ran the fucking country. Just ask Eddie Kennedy, so it's like when you start peeling back the layers, and this is why I think sorry about my wire. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe any of this shit, because somehow or another these people who claim to be against each other still all lead us straight forward towards authoritarianism. Like the pendulum swings left to right harder and harder, right? Left to right, left to right. But every time it swings left and it swings right, the whole platform lurches a little bit forward towards authoritarianism. You know what I mean? Like, so a full left, click forward. A full right, click forward, you know?
It's interesting you touch on the genealogy aspect, because did you know that every president in U.S. history has been related to King John of England? Besides one who was Martin Van Buren, which is he actually descended from Dutch royalty. But everyone, including Obama, descended from King John of England. That could be a coincidence. I would be surprised, but I would be surprised if that was a coincidence. Because how many descendants? I mean, maybe a lot, but I mean, it's just very strange. Or not. You're muted. You're muted again.
Fucker. I keep playing with the wire. My ADHD keeps grabbing it. But I didn't really realize that. Is Trump one of them?
Yes.
Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So when you look at it, the same people stay in charge. And have you ever known anybody that's tried to run for any type of like office, like above like a local mayor thing or anything like that? Have you ever like out of a small town? It's impossible. Like I couldn't like just run for senator or run for my congressional district, right? Like even if I got all the names, people would never hear of me. Like if I went door to door and got the name of every person that lived in my district and they all signed it, I still wouldn't make the ballot.
I believe you.
Because it's all money, right? Like the average person can like, and it used to be where the average person is who you wanted to go into office for 4 or 8 years and then come out, you know?
Well, it's not just money. Money is a huge factor, but it's nepotism.
Yes.
It's nepotism. If you really look at institutions in America and really start to dig, nepotism runs this joint.
Oh yeah.
Runs it.
Yep.
Right. And we thought we lived in a meritocracy, and that's a nice idea and stuff, but it just turns out not to be true at all.
No, at all.
At all.
At all. It's not true at all. And it would be nice if we did. Like it would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen in this phase, right?
No, not in this phase.
In this phase, I go back to the entire thing about the fourth turning, and I think their society is due for a reset. How that looks, especially with AI, right? Because we're in a new industrial revolution, but even more cataclysmic than the industrial revolution. Because after the industrial revolution, people that were farmers, or they made cotton or shirts or something that sewed, they went and they did other jobs. There was still plenty more jobs to do, and it actually created a lot of jobs. I don't think AI is going to have that same sort of dilution of people into other careers. So you're muted again.
Absolutely not. It is going to take careers away from people. Like, I mean, careers that used to make big dollars. That's the thing. Like for a lot, like if you were an image reader, architects, they're talking about there's already a hospital in China that is completely AI robotics, a whole hospital.
Radiologists, surgeons, all these things are probably going to be, I mean, not probably, it's definitely unless something, nothing is guaranteed, right? A meteor could hit tomorrow, but
right.
From the direction that we're going right now, society is going to have to take a major turn.
Right.
And how is that going to look? No, they're not going to allow 90% of the population just to sit around and eat. No, they're not going to allow for that.
No, hell no. I mean, nor should they. Like people will lose, like they'll lose the will to live without purpose. Like look at some of these people. If your only purpose is food, and then that's why some of these people would prefer to stay fat. I swear. Like they think they have nothing else going on, so they prefer to stay fat. And I mean, I used to see it a lot with people when we'd be coaching them like that. It's sad, but they truly would just give up on shit. They just like basically give up on life, you know? So it's like,
Comfortable.
yeah, they're comfy. They're just comfy.
comfortable.
You know? But hey, man, I do need to get running.
Oh, already. Damn.
I'm sorry. I Thursday I'll be ready for a little longer, but I do have a late appointment with a client.
Okay.
So, right, man, I will. I still got to get on your show. Still got to figure that out.
We'll figure it out. All
right, man. We'll be back Thursday night. I'll be back tomorrow. Then I'm about to throw my microphone out the fucking window.
I have so many audio problems on my show too. It drives me insane. Maybe it's an ADD thing. I don't know.
Probably. Where can they find you, man?
The Incredible Sulk on Rumble and here on YouTube at Sulkstream. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter or X as it is now, it's at Sulkstream as well. So
excellent,
come on,
man.
follow me, join the chat.
Thank you very much, dude. I will be over there as soon as possible, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome, dude. Sounds good.
Bye.